Looks like there's rain up ahead, like there's a crack in the heavens. Feels like my day could be turning, like I can tell that my luck's gonna change. If you could see me now, I'd probably let you down, but that's enough for me. You got me begging, baby. Looks like I'm on my knees again. Feels like the walls are closing in. Looks like I'm on my knees again. Looks like the tables have turned, like there's a change in the weather. Feels like my time is returning, like I'm about to get out of this cage. If you could see me now, I'd probably let you down, but that's enough for me. You got me begging, baby. Looks like I'm on my knees again. Feels like the walls are closing in. Looks like I'm on my knees again. 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 Looks like I'm Looks like I'm on my knees again. Feels like the walls are closing in. Looks like I'm on my knees again. 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 Looks like I'm on my knees.
Shadows fall over my heart. I black out the moon. I wait for you to come around. You got me dancing in the dark. I close my eyes, but I won't sleep tonight. Baby, you should come with me. I'll take you to the dark side. Me and you light, but it's the only way of life. It's black holes pulling me inside of this black heart, the black soul underneath this black sky. Baby, you should come with me. I'll take you to the dark side. Me and you and me, do bad things in the nighttime. Baby, you should come with me, and we can kill a light, hit the light for the blackout, hit the light for the blackout. Oh. Blackbird, black moon, black sky, black light, black everything, black heart, black keys, black diamonds, blackout, black everything, black everything, all black, everything, all black, everything, all black, everything, black. Baby, you should come with me. Me and you and me. Baby, you should come with me, and we can kill the lights, hit the light for the blackout, hit the light for the blackout. Blackbird, black moon, black sky, black light, black everything, black heart, black keys, black diamonds, blackout, black everything, black everything, all black, everything, all black, everything, all black, everything, black.
Shaking her umbrella, and I look the other way as they are kissing their hellos, and I'm pretending not to see them, and instead I pour the milk.
Hi, what's up? Hope you're having a good evening, everyone. Alright, so let's take a look at the total crypto market cap and get the night started. Okay, so for the weekly, bearish momentum continues to get weaker. We are still cross bullish on the stochastic, but it's beginning to coil up. RSI is starting to get closer to the neutral zone, and I just see some consolidation going on here on the candles for now. On the daily, we have the bulls losing a bit of momentum here for the first time, and this would be the 4th day here. So 3 days of bullish momentum getting stronger, and now it looks like it's cooling off a little bit, which is also coinciding with the stochastic coiling up. So stochastic is telling me that it's attempting to decide which direction it wants to go. We are pretty close to perfect neutral on the RSI though, and we are bearishly engulfing currently on the daily candles here. A 4-hour bearish momentum continues to grow. Stochastics crossed bearish, but we are just about under that 20 zone, starting to coil up a little. And the RSI is more around the bearish control zone right now, with bearish engulfing going on the candles. So we could see further pullback here, but ideally what we would like to see would be this $1.659 trillion level hold. So if it comes up and forms a higher low around there or higher, that'll still be the head and shoulders, or inverse head and shoulders will still be in play here. So it'll still be looking alright. If we break below there, we would really like to see, at the very least, the $1.166 trillion level hold, which would be, let's see what fib level this is here. The 618 fib level, so 1.221 trillion would be ideal. And if we end up holding the 0.5 fib level around $1.563 trillion, it'll be looking great still at that point. So all we really want to see is a higher low forming over the next couple of days, and we're still going to be looking alright. Alright, 1 hour bearish momentum is growing, stochastic is coiling up and attempting to cross bearish. We are quite oversold on the RSI, but we are still bearishly engulfing on the candles here. Looking more like it does want to pull back a little bit more here. Alright, so let's see what Bitcoin's looking like today. Alright, so on the weekly, bearish momentum continues to get weaker. Stochastic is coiled up like it's attempting to decide what to do. RSI is coming back up around neutral. And just some consolidation going on here on the candles currently. Daily, bullish momentum's getting weaker today. We've had 3 days of the momentum growing and then finally getting a little weaker today, which is also coinciding with the bearish cross on the stochastic. RSI is back around the neutral zone, and we are bearishly engulfing here on the daily. 4 hour bearish momentum continues to grow. Stochastic is under the 20 zone, attempting to coil up a little bit, so looking like it's maybe a little bit more room to the downside, but starting to show signs of it's trying to decide what to do. Maybe we'll see a little bit more signs of reversal coming in the coming days. Yeah, bearishly engulfing on the candles. Same thing as total crypto market cap. We really just want to see this low on the right shoulder hold. So that'd be around $37,083 on Bitcoin. So as long as we see this shoulder hold, still looking alright for Bitcoin. If we do break below here, it would be nice to see the head of the head and shoulders hold, but that would invalidate the pattern. So ideally we'd like to see the right shoulder hold. At the very least though, I would like to see around the 618 fib level hold. So between around 29,760 to the 618, which would be 32,510. So as long as we don't break below the lows that we've set here, it's still looking alright for Bitcoin as well. 4 hour bullish momentum continues to build. I'm liking the way that we're under the 20 and the stochastic starting to coil up a bit. We are bearishly engulfing on the candle, showing there may be a bit more downside in store. And bearish momentum building on the 1 hour, bearish cross on the stochastic, slightly oversold on the RSI, and bearish engulfing on the candles. So I wouldn't be surprised whatsoever if we do see a continuation of the pullback. If we see it bouncing at this fib level here and forming a support at previous resistance, that'd be looking absolutely great for Bitcoin. So we're going to have to see over the next few days how this develops, but it's not looking too bearish yet. As long as we hold those levels I was talking about, it's still looking nice for the crypto market. Alright, so let's see how Ethereum's looking today. Bearish momentum continues to get weaker, stochastic's coiling up, attempting to decide what to do here. The RSI is starting to get closer to the neutral zone, and some consolidation going on here. Bullish momentum getting weaker on the daily, stochastic's coiling up like it's attempting to decide what to do. RSI's are still around that neutral zone, but we got some bearish engulfing going on the candles. Bearish momentum is building on the 4 hour, stochastic is coiling up under the 20 zone, still bearishly engulfing on the candles, so I wouldn't be surprised if we do see a bit more pullback on Ethereum as well. And for the 1 hour, bearish momentum building, bearish cross on the stochastic, oversold on the RSI, but still bearishly engulfing on the candles. So same thing as anything that we've got an inverse head and shoulders going on right now. Ideally, we would like to see this shoulder hold, so that'd be around 2,560. So as long as we don't break below there and we form a higher low either at that zone or higher, still going to be looking good. Yeah, definitely could still be a little more pullback in store though. Yeah, like the daily stochastic, if this cross is bearish, it's possible that we do see a more significant pullback, so we'll see how everything develops in the next few days.
Let's get down to business. Give you one more night together.
Alright, XRP. Bearish momentum continues to get weaker, bullish cross on the stochastic, just slightly under neutral on the RSI, and we're consolidating on the candles for the weekly. The daily, we have the first bearish momentum building since February 24th was the last day that we've seen the bearish momentum really getting stronger. Bearish cross on the stoke, bearish engulfing on the candles. Yeah, that's quite a lot of bearish momentum here on the 4 hour. Stochastic's coiling up like it's maybe attempting to cross bullish, deciding which direction it really wants to go. Still more room to run to the downside on the RSI if it really wants to. We're around the bearish control zone. And we are bearishly engulfing here on the candles. 1 hour bearish momentum building, bearish cross on the stochastic. RSI is oversold, but we're still bearishly engulfing on the 1 hour as well. On XRP, we're pretty close to the right shoulder, so ideally we would like to see the 0.70631 level hold, and if we get a higher low there above, the head and shoulders isn't invalidated, but if that breaks, let's see where we got for downside. Yeah, if it does break and come down further, we could just bounce off of this pennant that we were talking about yesterday. So that'd be around 59, 60 cent range there, depending on how high we are on the pennant, so when it really pulls back further. Yeah, if we just bounce off the pennant and come back to the upside, that's looking great, but I'll definitely be keeping an eye out to see whether this pennant breaks bullish or bearish. And here's a better look at the pennant on the daily chart. Just in a very large pennant right here currently. Yeah, if we do break bullish out of this, phenomenal upside potential on this asset, but I'm definitely going to wait to see what happens with the rest of the crypto market before I would accumulate anymore. Yeah, definitely could still respect this pennant, though that would invalidate the inverse head and shoulders we have, but if we come down, get a bounce here, and start to show more signs of reversal, it'll still be looking quite nice at that point. And the RSI is coiled up quite a bit too, so it's looking like we're really attempting to decide which direction the market wants to go here. One hour bearish momentum continues to build, bearish cross on the stochastic, RSI slightly oversold, and bearish engulfing on the candles. So we definitely could see more downside on XRP as well. Alright, now let's see how Dogecoin's looking today. On the weekly, bearish momentum continues to get weaker. Coiled up on the stochastic. RSI is kind of flattening out around this 35 level here, but we're still around the bearish control zone. And we just got some consolidation going on the candles currently here. On the daily, bullish momentum is getting slightly weaker, stochastic's coiled up. RSI is, yeah, more around the bearish control zone currently, and slight bearish engulfing going on the candles here. 4 hour bullish or bearish momentum continues to build. Stochastic is coiling up under the 20, so it's attempting to decide what to do. Still around the bearish control zone on the RSI for the 4 hour as well, with bearish engulfing going on the candles. So, no immediate signs of reversal to the upside on Dogecoin, but we are at a phenomenal accumulation zone, so once it starts to show more signs of reversal to the upside, I'll begin to accumulate this bag heavier personally. Anything under the 618 is where I begin to accumulate an asset that I'm bullish on. Once we get under the 786 or around this level, that's where I'll pick up heavier bags. But Dogecoin is below the fib extensions right now, so phenomenal risk-reward ratio from where we are currently. It's over a 5x to previous all-time highs. And let's take a look at how the other dog coins looking today, Shiba Inu. Bearish momentum's getting weaker on the MACD for the weekly, but we do have a bearish cross on the stochastic. RSI is around the neutral zone, and we're just consolidating here. Bearish momentum building on the MACD here. Stochastic's coiling up around the neutral zone. And yeah, attempting to decide what to do on the MACD, neutral on the RSI, and very slight bearish engulfing here on the candles. Bearish momentum's building on the MACD. Stochastic is coiled up under the 20 zone, so attempting to decide what to do here. We're around the bearish control zone on the RSI with bearish engulfing here. And bearish momentum's building on the 1 hour. Stochastic is crossed bearish. Yeah, we're just slightly oversold here, but if it were to form a tiny bounce, would potentially show a little bullish divergence, but still not looking great there. And bearish engulfing on the candle here. Yeah, even on the half hour, we got a little bit of bearish momentum building with a bearish cross on the stochastic and bearish engulfing. So, yeah, probably looking like there is a little bit more downside potential on this asset. Yeah, after the bullish divergence, we did get up around overbought, so yeah, I definitely wouldn't be surprised if we see a little bit more pullback here. The 786 fib level is looking like a pretty strong support, so I'm going to see how this develops over the next few days, and as long as we see the 786 hold, still looking nice for Shiba Inu. Alright, now let's take a look at stock indexes and see how those are doing. Alright, Dow Jones. The bearish momentum continues to build on the weekly, bearish cross on the stochastic. RSI is kind of just flattening out here. And we're making an attempt at bearishly engulfing on the weekly candles here, so we're not quite bearishly engulfing yet, but close. Bearish momentum getting weaker on the daily, bullish cross on the stochastic on the daily. Tempting to bearishly engulf on the daily candle, but just consolidating for now. And more around the bearish control zone on the RSI currently. Bullish momentum getting weaker on the 4-hour, bearish cross on the stochastic, bearish engulfing on the candles, and around neutral on the RSI. So looking like more consolidation than anything going on here currently. It is starting to look more bullish than it was, but I'm still going to wait for a bit more information to develop on the Dow Jones. Same with probably the rest of the stock indexes. Alright, Nasdaq. Bearish momentum getting weaker on the weekly. Stochastic's coiling up like it's attempting to decide what to do. More around the bearish control zone on the RSI. And let's see. Yeah, just consolidation going on the candles. Nasdaq. Bullish momentum's getting a little bit weaker today. Stochastic is kind of coiling up, but not really at any of the fire zones above the 80 or below the 20. More around the bearish control zone on the RSI, and very slight bearish engulfing going on the daily candles. Looks more like consolidation for now, but we'll see how that develops in the next few days. 4-hour bearish momentum's building, bearish cross on the stochastic, bearish control zone on the RSI, and bearish engulfing here on the candles. Ideally, we would like to see the right shoulder around 13,690 hold. And as long as that holds, the inverse head and shoulders is still in play, won't be invalidated. But I'll be keeping a very close eye on this in the next few days, or trading days I should say, because the Nasdaq and stock indexes don't trade on the weekend. Alright, so now let's see how the S&P 500's looking. Weekly, bearish momentum continues to build, bearish cross on the stochastic, RSI is attempting to come back up around neutral, but still around the bearish control zone, and just consolidating here on the candles. Bullish momentum's building on the daily, stochastic's crossed bullish, very slightly around the bearish control zone on the RSI, and attempting to bearishly engulf, but just consolidating so far on the daily candles. 4-hour bearish momentum building with a bearish cross on the stochastic, neutral on the RSI, very slight bearish engulfing, but we didn't engulf under the right shoulder yet, so still like the looks of this for now. Yeah, so going to need to wait for more information to develop on the stock indexes, see whenever it's done pulling back if we see more signs of bullish momentum and return to the upside. So for the next probably day or two, I'm just going to wait for more information to develop on the stock indexes. Let's take a look at precious metals and see how gold and silver is looking today. Alright, so bullish momentum is building on the weekly, bullish cross on the stochastic. Pretty close to overbought on the RSI, but not quite, and bullish engulfing on the candles here. Bullish momentum's getting weaker on the daily, stochastic is cross bullish but still coiling up. Slightly overbought on the RSI, and we do have some daily bearish divergence if we're not counting this wick here. But we're bullishly engulfing still on the candles, so that's looking nice at least. Bullish momentum is building on the 4 hour, bullish cross on the stochastic, bullish control zone on the RSI, and attempting to bullishly engulf on the 4 hour. So it's looking like it is attempting to still rally from here. Bullish momentum building on the 1 hour. Stochastic's coiling up on the 1 hour, like it's attempting to decide what to do. Getting close to overbought on the RSI, and bullish engulfing on the candles. So yeah, I'm liking the looks of gold still currently. Even if we do get a slight pullback on gold after we had broken above this level right here, it's just looking absolutely phenomenal for this asset. I'm really liking the looks of this higher high here, and it's looking very likely that we'll see at least a retest of previous all-time highs, and if that breaks and goes into price discovery mode, I think there's a lot of upside potential on gold. Personally, I wouldn't be surprised if we see $3,000 to $5,000 an ounce on this asset. Alright, so let's see how silver's looking today. Bullish momentum's building on the weekly, bullish cross on the stochastic, bullish control zone on the RSI, and bullishly engulfing on the weekly candles. Really liking the looks of it with that double bottom and the bullish engulfing going on. Tiny bit of bullish momentum getting weaker today. Overall, it was in a nice little bullish trend here going up. Bullish cross on the stochastic, slightly overbought, and just consolidating at these levels here on the daily candle. 4 hour bearish momentum building, bearish cross on the stochastic. More around the bullish control zone on the RSI here. And just a lot of consolidation going on the candles right here. Bearish momentum's getting weaker here on the MACD, bullish cross on the stochastic, more around neutral on the RSI with just a lot of consolidation going on the candles currently. Yeah, I'm still really liking the looks of silver as well, especially with the bullish engulfing and the double bottom that we have going on here. Weekly bullish momentum building and cross nice and bullish on the stochastic. So both gold and silver is looking much more bullish to me currently. I'm going to take a look at platinum and see how that's looking. It's one asset that I don't really check out too often. Alright, bullish momentum's building on the MACD, bullish cross on the stochastic. RSI is more around the bullish control zone. And we're attempting to bullishly engulf here. And we actually have some weekly bullish divergence on platinum, so that's looking really nice. We got a low and a lower low on the candles, but on the RSI we got a low and a higher low. So between the bullish divergence, bullish cross on the stochastic, and bullish momentum building, and attempting to bullishly engulf on the candles, liking the looks of platinum so far on the weekly. On the daily, bears are losing momentum, bullish cross on the stochastic, bullish control zone on the RSI, and we're also bullishly engulfing on the daily candles here. Yeah, so Platinum's actually starting to look really nice right now. 4-hour bull's losing a bit of momentum with the bearish cross on the stochastic. Got close to overbought on the RSI, but still in the bullish control zone, and we didn't get overbought. And just some consolidation going on the 4-hour candles here. So smaller time frames, maybe a little bit of consolidation going on Platinum. But overall, it's actually looking like there's a nice potential to see a rally on this asset. And there's quite a lot of upside potential as well. The previous all-time high on Platinum back in 2008 was $2,305 an ounce. So that would be over double where we currently are on Platinum. And we're also under the 618 fib level, so that would typically be the level where I'll begin to accumulate an asset I'm bullish on. So right between the 618 and the 782. So yeah, overall I find Platinum's looking quite nice right now for both an accumulation zone and signs of a potential rally. Alright, so let's check out a couple of NAS protocols and see how those are looking today. Alright, so on the daily, power could definitely be looking nicer. I do like the way that the bearish momentum's almost ran out and looking like it may soon start to show some signs of bullish momentum building. But we are still cross bearish on the stochastic. And bearish control zone on the RSI with bearish engulfing going on the candles. So that's not looking the greatest. Bearish momentum's building on the 4-hour. Very slight bullish cross on the stochastic, but coiling up under the 20 zone. Pretty close to oversold, but not quite on the RSI, and still bearishly engulfing. Bearish momentum is getting weaker on the 1-hour, stochastic's coiling up like it's attempting to cross bullish. And 1-hour bullish divergence, and just kind of consolidating a little bit on the 1-hour. Overall, still not looking the best right now on power. And bullish momentum is building on the daily, stochastic's coiling up. Bearish engulfing on the candles. And we still have a very small amount of bullish divergence on the daily here. 4-hour bears losing momentum, bullish cross on the stochastic. A little bit of consolidation going on here. Bullish momentum's building on the 1-hour, crossed bearish on the stochastic. Consolidation going on the candles, and the RSI is attempting to get back up around the neutral zone. So, Thor is looking a bit better than power currently. Daily, bears losing momentum, stochastics coiling up. Slight bearish engulfing on the candles. Kind of just consolidating as it didn't break this floor yet, but attempting to bearishly engulf. Bearish momentum is building on the 4 hour. Bearish engulfing on the candle here. And bearish control zone on the RSI. So we definitely could see a bit more downside here. 1 hour bearish momentum building. Stochastic's coiling up like it's attempting to decide what to do. Not quite oversold on the RSI yet. And very slight bearish engulfing right here on the candle as well, but it's looking like it's attempting to hold this 0.000280 level. Yeah, if there's anything you guys want me to check out, just let me know. If not, I'll probably check out another asset or two and then call it a night. Alright, AION. On the weekly, bears are losing momentum, stochastics coiling up. RSI is more around the bearish control zone. And just consolidating here on the candles currently. The daily, bulls losing a little bit of momentum here, stochastics coiling up like it's attempting to decide what to do. Bearish engulfing on the daily candle right here currently. And on the 4 hour, the shoulder did not break yet of the head and shoulders, so that's still looking alright. Bearish momentum is still building, but the stochastic is coiling up right here, looking really nice. So we'll have to see what happens here. Stochastic showing signs of it's really trying to decide what to do here. And we weren't overbought before we got that pullback as well, so I'm still still liking the looks of that. One hour, bears are gaining momentum, stochastic is coiled up like it's attempting to decide what to do. Slightly oversold on the RSI, and bearish engulfing right here on the candles. So ideally we'd really like to see the 0.07556 level hold. And if it ends up holding that level, yeah, it'll still be looking alright for the pattern won't be invalidated. But if that breaks, definitely could see a nice little bit of more downside on here. And the stochastic is coiling up on the weekly like it's attempting to decide what to do. RSI is trying to get back up around neutral on Quant. Just some consolidation going on really on the candle here. And Quant's actually looking quite nice on the daily. So this is probably the nicest looking crypto I've checked out today. Bullish momentum continues to build. Bullish cross on the stochastic. RSI is up around the bullish control zone almost. Still neutral, but almost in the bullish control zone. And we're actually bullishly engulfing on the daily for Quant. So 4 hour, bulls are losing a little bit of momentum with a bearish cross on the stochastic. Up around overbought, but starting to get back below that 70 zone. Lots of consolidation going on up at these levels. 1 hour, bears gaining momentum, bearish cross on the stochastic. Just starting to enter that bearish control zone on the 1 hour RSI. And we are bearishly engulfing here, but it's looking like there's a pretty nice floor right here around $118. And if it ends up pulling back further than that, it's looking like between $95 and $107 is a pretty solid floor for Quant. Quant on the larger time frames is definitely one of the more bullish looking cryptos right now. Alright, Alliance block. Bulls are still gaining momentum on the daily. Stochastic's coiling up like it's attempting to decide what to do. More around the bearish control zone on the RSI with a bit of bearish engulfing going on here. Weekly, bears losing momentum, Stokes coiled up. We just got around oversold on the RSI, now we're just consolidating. 4 hour, bears gaining a bit of momentum with a bearish cross on the stochastic, around neutral on the RSI, and we're bearishly engulfing on the 4 hour candles. So ideally we'd like to see this right shoulder hold, which would be around 23 cents, and as long as it holds that, the inverse head and shoulders isn't invalidated. But we did actually just get up around the overbought region on the RSI before pulling back. So we really want to see this right shoulder hold for the pattern to remain intact. Yeah, you can see back here, back around July 2021, we got a rather large inverse head and shoulders right here, and that manifested into the nice rally that we've seen on this asset. Went from around 25 cents up to $1.50, so that was a really nice rally right there. Yeah, if there's nothing that you guys want me to check out tonight, I'm probably just going to call it a night here. I'm going to be gone for this weekend, so there's going to be no stream tomorrow and Friday, but I'll be back at it on Monday. Well, I hope you all have a great night and a great weekend. Talk to you all on Monday.
I know you're somewhere out there, somewhere far away. I want talking to the moon and hiding through the window in my room. There's not much I love to say, and I don't have the strength to fight. I feel that inside like I've been buried in a grave, and you stepped on my soul the night you stepped away. Here's to you, I downed a couple more to drown the pain. No, I'm not alright, I'm not gonna lie. I give up my life to have you in my life. Maybe in another life, it'd be just you and I never stopped loving you. I want you back.
A person who thinks all the time has nothing to think about except thoughts. So, he loses touch with reality and lives in a world of illusions. By thoughts, I mean specifically chatter in the skull, perpetual and compulsive repetition of words, of reckoning and calculating. I'm not saying that thinking is bad. Like everything else, is useful in moderation. A good servant, but a bad master. And all so-called civilized peoples have increasingly become crazy and self-destructive because through excessive thinking they have lost touch with reality. to say, we confuse science with the real world.
This is the beginning of meditation.
Most of us would have rather money than tangible wealth, and a great occasion is somehow spoiled for us unless photographed. And to read about it the next day in the newspaper is oddly more fun for us than the original event. This is a disaster. For as a result of confusing the real world of nature with mere science, we are destroying nature. We are so tied up in our minds that we've lost our senses. Time to wake up. What is reality? Obviously, no one can say because it isn't words. It isn't material, that's just an idea. Reality is...
The point cannot be explained in words. I'm not trying to put you down. It's an expression of you as you are. One must live. We need to survive, to go on. We must go on.
That's the motto. Throw back with no chaser, with no trouble. Popping that Moet, baby, let's make some bubbles. Puffing on that gelato. Wanna be seeing double. Gotta do what you gotta believe it. We ain't got no plans to leave it. Tell all of your friends to be here. We ain't gonna sleep all weekend. Oh, you know, that's the motto.
shake it. Just shake it. Looking deep into my eyes, bend it back and do your best to break it. To break it. Girl, you really look the part. Reach right out, you got my heart, now take it. Just take it, take it, take it. Come on over, cut some shapes, get it right up in my space and shake it. Just shake it. Dance a little, move some more, push it back down to the floor and shake it. Just shake it. Looking deep into my eyes, bend it back and do your best to break it. To break it. Girl, you really look the part. Reach right out, you got my heart, now take it. Just take it, take it. Come on over, cut some shapes, get it right up in my space and shake it. Just shake it. Dance a little, move some more, push it back down to the floor and shake it. Just shake it. Looking deep into my eyes, bend it back and do your best to break it. To break it. Girl, you really look the part. Reach right out, you got my heart, now take it. Just take it, take it.
City.